The most common misconception when it comes to lose weight and put up muscles is that you need to go on a diet to lose weight and you need to eat meat in order to have enough proteins to put up muscles. What if I told you it's all bullshit and you can do whatever the you want as long as you introduce the right information into your body? Anything you introduce into your body gets converted into information. And it doesn't matter if it gets in from the mouth or from the skin, because the skin is your biggest organ. So anything that you spray or apply on it gets inside of the body, broken down into smaller units, and goes somewhere in the body. Sometimes it leaves the body, sometimes it stays in it. So you have to make sure that you're introducing the right information, as healthy as possible. Toxic stuff might damage you on the long run. So you have to be aware of what are you allowing inside of yourself. When I was a kid in the 90s, we didn't have this kind of information. Parents were just guessing. Most people were just guessing, actually. Nowadays we have all the information, and whenever I hear this thing that you need proteins from animals, meat for example, to build up muscles, repair muscles, and you need to go on a diet to lose weight, I think is nonsense, because the informations are out there. And once, when I was a kid, it was very difficult to filter everything through books. Today you have the internet, and there are still big misconceptions on how to grow and lose weight. So let me break it down for you. Every time you sit down at the table for breakfast, lunch or dinner, you just need 3 things to be eaten in a specific order: fibers, proteins and fat, and carbohydrates. And the reason why you're eating them in this order is because fibers get in, they insulate your stomach, proteins and fat get in, and then carbohydrates get in. And they do not spike your glycemic index like they would normally if you eat them first or second. Also, let's say I want to consume this fennel. Digestion starts from the mouth. I will chew a lot so the enzymes can break it down, so when it gets to the stomach, it's easier for it to digest it. But we didn't have this information when I was a kid in the 90s, and we had to figure out everything between parents and normal people, which can lead to a lot of chaos and a lot of repercussions when you grow up. Dentists, digestive problems, diabetes, you know, the usual stuff. In case you have been wondering what's inside here, let me show you. Inside there is my past self. And yes, there is a Game Boy, but it's also a lot of letters from people that made an impact on me, mostly women. And the reason that I'm showing you before you form any assumption is because this represented a shift in my personality. If you don't know, I've been thinking about myself as somebody not very attractive. I grew up with the body of somebody like Napoleon Dynamite for a very long time. I didn't consider myself handsome until I started changing things, which is my body. And it started the moment I started cooking professionally in a kitchen. I started cooking for myself and I noticed something shifting. And then I introduced gym, Krav Maga, which is martial arts, and I noticed my body changing. As my body started changing, I started noticing the world around me reacting in a different way. People turning their heads sometimes, well, women. This reality shift led me to reconsider the way I perceive myself, and eventually the new reality shift started sinking in and changed the way I look at myself. If you understand what cognitive dissonance is, well, it's the way you see things, and it doesn't matter what people say about something. If you believe something to be true, it will be true no matter what, even if they show you something opposite in front of your face. And this was me until I was 28, maybe, a very long time. And the moment I started shifting things changed. The way I was behaving, the way I was talking, and the way people were reacting to me, because I was changing the way I was acting to them. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but it made me more confident. It made me getting more opportunities. And it all started from understanding nutrition and how to transform, because this is what it's about. Your body is a chemistry lab, and if you understand the rule of chemistry inside of your body and outside, so the things that you introduce, something like common poison or something as natural and organic as possible, you start getting how to twitch your body little by little. And then things like you need proteins, animal proteins, in order to repair your muscles or to grow your muscles will not make a dent anymore, because you will know better. So let me show you how it works. According to nutrition and Ayurveda, there are 3 kinds of bodies out there: the very slim one, the bulky one, and the big one. And Ayurveda calls them Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And depending on the constitution that each one of these bodies have, they need different food and different environment. The moment you start knowing this and you understand it, you will start behaving differently with the food that you introduce into your body and the kind of environment where you spend most of your time in. In order for a protein to be considered complete, it needs to contain all the 9 essential amino acids. Essential means that your body cannot produce it and you have to introduce it from food. If you can do this as a vegan, you can repair your muscles and grow them. Some of the foods do not contain essential proteins, but the cool thing is that you can merge 2 foods together, meaning you eat them one after the other or together, and they complete each other to form a complete protein. And this can be something as simple as beans and rice. Yes, that's simple. And I agree with carnivore people. You're not getting the same amount of proteins that you get from a steak, sure. And my broccoli might contain pesticide and glyphosate, but not if I grow it myself or I buy organic, certified organic. And in Australia, where I spent 14 years of my life, there are plenty of markets selling organic, so your narrative is not working. The other thing I noticed when it was lockdown, I went to a place called Kalbarri with one of my best friends. We went there for 3 months working and opening a restaurant. And back then I was 78 kilos because I was doing lifting every single day, and 3 to 5 days a week I was doing Krav Maga, which was 1 hour every session. So I grew from 70 kilos to 78 kilos. It felt amazing, and sure, women were reacting to that. But when I went to Kalbarri during the lockdown, I was just doing running. And now you have to understand the difference between anabolic and catabolic. One helps you grow muscles, the other gets energy from the body. So if you're not introducing the right nutrition, it gets energy from the muscles and your muscle reduce. And I was running every day for around 5Ks every day, and in 3 months I lost 6 kilos. And I never got interested in putting myself on a scale and about my weight, but I was so pissed back then. So if you don't understand this thing and you spend 2 years putting up 8 kilos and then you lose them because you're not getting the right nutrition, well, you just wasted 2 years of your life. You have the knowledge to get there again, but it's a waste of time. So make sure your nutrition is right. The reason why I'm focusing specifically on men and coaching them is because I had the same journey where I got till 21 years old not meeting women because I was too shy and women were not reacting to me, and I didn't know better. I didn't know how to be charismatic or to be funny, and I didn't have the body to back me up. So it was a mess. It was something that I wouldn't want to repeat, but it taught me a lot. It taught me how to not get there anymore and how to help others not to get at that stage anymore. I'm focusing now on building amazing nutrition, a good body, and also the skills on how to get a good partner. Because you know the saying, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you want a healthy partner, you should get healthy yourself first. And also, if you want to have healthy children, you should understand that it's not the health of the woman only, it's the health of the man that creates the health of the placenta first, and then the health of the kid. So you better get in shape first. Also, there is a book from a guy called Winston Price. This guy was traveling the world as a dentist because he believed dentists should not be existing. So he traveled to the ancient civilizations around the world and never got in contact with modern civilization and their food. This was 1936. And he found out that the people, the civilization that never touched Western food, they didn't have decay, the face was round and not oval, the pelvis was more large, so you didn't need C-cuts at all to give birth. The cheekbones were different, the cognitive development was different. The moment you introduced 2 ingredients, which were flour and sugar, and processed food of course, everything changed. Now he found skulls of people 80 years old plus without a single decay, with all the teeth. And then he went to the same civilization, but this time they accepted food from Western civilization, or they got in contact with Western civilization. The amount of decays went from 1 to 3% from the civilization that never got into contact, and it went from Eskimos to Aboriginals of Australia to Filipino people to Papua New Guinea to Samoa and other places, everywhere in the world, South America, Swiss Alps, and the same thing happened. They were having the right nutrition without having to introduce white flour and sugar. The moment they did, hell broke loose every single time. Decays, missing teeth, tuberculosis, because the immune system get exposed to disease. Cognitive development was slower, delayed, a lot of problems with the teeth, cheekbones, giving birth, and because now you have to remove the wisdom teeth, the mouth gets smaller, so you're not breathing with the nose anymore, you're breathing with the mouth, and that gets to a problem as well. So it's very important for you, men and women alike, to understand that nutrition rules everything. Not only the health of your children, but also the fact that based on your nutrition, you're thinking a different way. So if you want to be smarter, you have to consume foods that promotes the health of your brain. If you want the promotion, you better eat healthier. If you want to check the standard health of your country or the city you live in, you don't need to listen to TV, you don't need to listen to statistics. Just walk around the grocery shop and look into people's trolley. Look at the trolley first and then at the person. And I can assure you, you will start seeing a pattern. I like to call it generational health because everything you learn, you transfer it to your partner first and to your kids after. If you want to change the world, start changing yourself, because if you are a strong, grounded man, you're in a relationship with a family, everything in the family depends from the energy you send through. If you are behaving a certain way, everybody else will pick up on that. By the way, I'm starting a beta program for men, but women will benefit as well, where I teach nutrition and how to grow muscles and lose weight in the simplest way possible. The course is divided in 3 different options: either the videos that you can watch and the PDFs that I can send you, a group call with many people, or a one-on-one. The price will be different, but also the level of attention you are given will be different. So if you are interested in something like this and really make an impact on yourself and on the people that surround you every single day, write me a message and we will start from that.